Hi, welcome to my show. So I am, this is the second part of the episode that I'm doing with Dr. Sharma, who is from India. And last time we talked about what is pranic healing. He's a pranic healer. And he explained that, and he gave us some tips about how we can improve our lives right at home. But he's today, expanding on this a little bit further, he's going to be talking about this program that he has to offer, which is really about working from the heart. And you had sent me, hi Dr. Sharma again.
Hello, View.
So you sent me some of the things, part of the content for this, how to be in tune to your heart, how to be still and feel your heart, to be silent. There's so many things on here. So we're going to go through each one a little bit, and you can share with the audience just some, what is, you sent the content, but what is underneath that? For instance, what is it to be in tuned to your heart?
See, we are a living human being, and heart plays a very, very important role. Even if our brain dead, we are alive. But if our heart is dead, we are dead, completely dead. And in spirituality also, we see the heart is the seat of the soul, and heart is the temple of God. So we have three bodies: grosser body, subtle body, and causal body. And we are connected. If we want to understand how the heart works, we need to make him our friend first. Because if I want to know VM very well, I have to make VM a very good friend of mine. And this should be from my side, because VM doesn't know what is my motto behind make her friend. So to understand the heart's feeling, the heart's very well, we have to learn how to make heart a best friend. Why it is necessary? Even forget about the healing, forget about any other work. If we want to make ourselves a good human being, we need to understand the heart, because heart's guidance is always true, because that comes from the soul, that comes from the God within. So if we understand how my heart is working, what is the answer, for a particular question. If I'm not in tune with my heart, I will not be able to understand that, because it is so subtle. The vibration is so subtle. So I have to make my friend, heart, my best friend. There are few ways to become still, to feel heart. Because since long, can you tell me since when you have not heard your heartbeat? VM.
Since when? I don't know. That's true. I don't really listen to my heartbeat. I listened to my puppies today, and I love hearing his heartbeat or my kids' heartbeats. I enjoy that sound.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think that I spend as much time on my own heartbeat. Or when I heard the heartbeat of my children, when I was pregnant, I remember that was such an exciting thing. But
Yes.
I'm wondering then, in that case, if we are so touched by the sound of a heartbeat, which, like I said, even like my puppy's heartbeat, listening to him, why have we put so much emphasis over the years on the mind, and that the mind, given it the position of more power, maybe? And I don't know if, like I've been doing heartfulness meditation, which we talked about, and they come from a different perspective, because it's kind of, you are in tune with your heart, with your feelings. But there's been other meditations where the focus is on the mind. And so now that we're discussing the power of the heart, can you kind of address that what happened that we have placed so much power on the mind, and what is the difference really?
See, the heart is the center of emotions. You know, every human being, even every living being, I can say, even the birds, even the animals, they have also emotions. If we are sad, one can see the tears of the pet, or they can show their emotions. If you love them, they show their emotion.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Sharma? Oh,
Hello?
yes, yes.
Can
Go
you
ahead.
hear me?
Yes. We just
Yeah.
got disconnected for a second. Go ahead.
Okay. So heart is the master which gives the instruction to the mind, and mind has to follow and execute, give the instruction to execute it by the body. So everything is governed by the emotions. If I am angry, I can't give this interview, you know. So if I am really happy, my mind is also happy because it is reading. It's a, altogether very good tuning with the heart and mind. So if my heart and mind is clear, there is no disturbance, no stress, I am a happy person. And how we can become happy, and why it is necessary to be happy? Because if we want to achieve the mastery in any field, our mind, body, and heart, all three should be in a happy moment, happy feeling. So it is necessary, and it can be achieved by the meditation, heart based meditation. Because heart based meditation helps to evolve your stillness, your calmness, your relax, in tune with the heart. Because in meditation, we do all these things. So one is doing meditation through heart, is developing these qualities and more qualities automatically. So if we are a good human being, we are going subtle because we love our heart's tuning. If somebody is disturbed, they say, no, I'm not feeling well today. I'm disturbed. I'm not happy. And the face is the reflection of the heart.
The
Nobody
face?
can hide.
Did you
Yeah,
say
face.
the face? Okay.
Yeah, anything, if there is something in your heart, sadness, happiness, anger, it comes over your face. You can make out, oh, I can see you are sad today. What happened? Even your son, even your loved ones, you can identify it. Oh, you look so you are glowing today. You look so happy. What happened? So the expression of heart is through face. So we can really make out the heart feeling. Our heartbeat starts, fast.
Okay, so
In the lie detector,
mm-hmm.
if any question, if interviewer is asking and I don't want to give correct answer, it makes my heart beat faster, and it gets registered on the lie detector. See, they got it. Right?
So even with regards to if you're trying to build yourself like career wise, if you're trying to succeed career wise, how does working through the heart influence that?
See, when you are a hearty person, people say he or she has a golden heart. Golden heart means what? Golden heart, is only found in the children because they are so innocent. So if we have innocence in our heart, we are connected to our heart. so much strongly, and that influence the people. If you are going with positive vibes, that everybody is surrounding me, they are doing great, they are so healthy, they are so happy, they are prospering their life, those vibes, create an aura around your physical body. So wherever you will go, whatever you will say, through your word, through your body language, through your actions, it expressed.
You
So
so
the
you
people,
attract the right energy because of the way
yes,
that you're going through. Yeah. And you become more
yeah,
intuitive so that things that don't belong to you, you don't participate with. So it's kind of
yes.
it works in several different ways.
Yeah. And when you are innocent, innocence and purity, they are twinned together. They are not separate. If one is innocent, that is pure also. So purity with innocence weaved the destiny, weaved the aura you carry with you. So that purity, affect the people positively in a divine way. Even they can't resist you if even they don't agree.
So let's say, because we talked about this before too. So you were saying that greed prevents people from achieving what they want, but at the same time, you encourage that people should live their ultimate destiny with God, what they were through their talents and their gifts and through service. So how do people differentiate that? Where some people might think, as you were talking earlier, that um, they have an issue with money because that might mean greed or it's not a good thing. So how can we live our highest potential and yet not be greedy? If you know what I mean. So because if this is the reason it's preventing us from living the highest potential, because we're afraid, oh, you know what, if I become a multimillionaire, that means I'm greedy. But if you're doing it for the higher good, I mean, so how do you come to terms with all of that? Because I know a lot of people who do great work and they're in the service arena, but because of that, they kind of feel like naturally they shouldn't make so much money. That naturally is kind of a low income, like almost a poverty type of job.
See, there are two differences there. If one is greedy, greed always come with the fear.
With fear?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if one is fearful, then their energy body, their aura, their thinking, their heart, their all the organs, get shrinked. So the flow of energy in their entire creation of the human body, all three bodies, is very low. So by very low energy, how can you achieve the highest?
Well, you block it,
Number
right? You block what you're attracting by being fearful. But how can you honor what you're doing? Dr. Sharma? I'm losing you a little bit.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. Yes.
Right. So, they are not able to attract because it's a law of karma. So, what you attract, what you have inside, you see outside, you create outside. So, if you if you are greedy and fearful, surrounding you have created with the greedy people and the fearful people. Number one. Number two, if really I want to help myself, they discuss with the people if they are positive. They give the good ideas if they follow, or they send to some people like us, healers. and they understand that and they help them out. It's very easy nowadays. Always we should be open, whatever the conditions we have, we should be open to discuss with open heart and receive the help from outside.
So not, and also the part about the not being greedy is that we should be there should be some service element to it, and for us not to be afraid to utilize our talents and gifts to help others, not to kind of feel like competitive where we're kind of holding back because we want to just be on top of things. So when we allow the flow of it, it's more of a blessing and it comes back to us naturally.
Yes. And we should be open to help people if we want to help from others. Become a conduiteship, a conduit. We should do teaching and tiding. At least, if we, so many people, comes to me and say, we do not have money to help people. They have so many various things. They have a good smile at least. They can smile to people.
Well, that's the thing. We don't really recognize that we are so rich within. So
yeah,
we're distracted.
And we can pray for them. We can pray for the person we are sitting next to us in the office or at home in the neighborhood. We can pray for their prosperity if we need prosperity, for their good health if we need good health. So what you are sowing will come to you manifold. Even at bad time, whatever you will sow in the entire universe will come back to you. You sow the good deeds, good thoughts, that everybody in the universe is healthy, happy, they are doing so great, they have respect for each other.
And see, I think a lot of people undervalue the small things. They're not small, but what they think are small things that don't help, they undervalue it. And so they walk around thinking like all these horrible things are going on in the world, and they'll put their focus on that rather than trying to see what is something that they can do right within their home, whether it's with their spouse or child, their mother, their father. It all starts where you are at. Oftentimes I think when people look at the bigger picture and something that's outside, it's really a distraction, so it just feels like, oh well, things are so bad, there's nothing I can do. But really, our whole point is for us to take care of what God has given us within reach first, before we can even, if we want to go and extend our help, that's great. I mean, here we are, look, we met, and it was, you're in India and I'm here in the United States, and my friend lives in another country as well, and you guys met as well. So these things will naturally happen, but who we have around us, those are the main points first. Those are the initial places that we can serve, and then it can extend outside of that.
See, there is a very famous saying, Vyam, charity begins from home first. So people who are, not prospering, not getting good health, because they are not sorting out their own family matters with the spouse, with the family, with the children, with the parents, with the siblings. Until or unless they will not sort it out this, it is not going to help, because every day you have to return to your home. People complain me, we are very happy, very healthy, very, calm and relaxed outside home, but when we reach us home, we are so disturbed. So what does it mean? You have to work out with your home, with your family, with your people. So, even a small help can, penetrate the way and make a broad way. If people are not forgiving, people are not able to pray for that person particularly, they can pray for the universe. And in that universe, that person will be able to No, I can't forgive that person. Not at all, Dr. Sharma. Do not ask ever. Then I advise them, just do universal prayer. That will help that person. And from beginning, if you do like this, you will find the day will come when these things getting sorted out. And I can tell you, if you allow me, I can tell you a very small, very short method to help each other in the relationship.
Okay. What is it?
So, if suppose any person, that can be spouse, children, parents, if there is a conflict in between, just sit in a comfortable pose and inhale. And when you inhale, just feel that a divine healing energy is coming inside your body. And when you are exhaling, the same amount of body with love, with care, with forgiveness, with, lot of happiness and prosperity for that person is coming from your mouth while exhaling, and that person is inhaling that all. And when that person is exhaling, all his weaknesses, non forgiveness, resentment, hatred, guilt, anger is coming out. It's so simple. If anybody will do for 5 minutes every day, within a week you will see the, marvelous change, miraculous change. And you do not need to tell that person that I am doing this for you. It's a silent work anyone can do. And these are the secrets of nature. We should apply them. These are so worthy.
Well, as I mentioned to you, it worked with when you worked with my friend through her on her son. But I want to mention the power of everything that you're saying right now, because we're talking about family, and you're right. If it doesn't start there, it's very hard to spread it. Mother Teresa, once they asked her, what advice would you give? Like, because here she is, she's helping millions of people, and I think it was when she was receiving her award, and she said just to go home and take care of your family. She said that's the advice that
Yes.
she gives. She says a lot of people go and do a lot of volunteer work, spread themselves thin, do a lot to keep themselves occupied, and I think this is maybe where the mental aspect comes in, where people distract themselves. They want to do good, but because it feels hard to do it at home because maybe of forgiveness. But doing an exercise like that is so worth it, because once you start at home in a more natural way, in a more joyful way, even for yourself, it just naturally starts spreading in your community. Then I believe that one day we could eliminate even volunteer work, because if our communities are very strong, our homes are very strong, our communities, and we just naturally take care of each other, then we don't need to have places where you have to come and volunteer for people that need care. They would just be naturally taken care of, So I really like and believe in what you're saying, and I want to, because we have about 5 minutes left, I want you to mention something about in this program that you're setting up. It says express your full faith in your behavior, character, body language, and smile. Do you mean that if you are a faith-based person that you should acknowledge that? What does that mean exactly, to express it? Or are you just talking about knowing within yourself, the power of what's happening? Do you feel like it's better that when we go out there that we do give acknowledge God and the higher power somehow, or do we keep it in our heart? Sometimes maybe it's better because of all the things that come our way. What is your viewpoint on that?
See, my viewpoint is this: when we really are doing something from full of love, full of gratitude, that should reflect through my behavior, through my words, through my body language. In my every expression, it should reflect. So, whenever there is anything, visionary people, wise people says, find the fault within you and remove that. If there is a dust on my face, and I'm looking into mirror, and I'm removing the dust from the mirror, not from my face, that is not happening. My meaning is into this, whatever we are doing, it should reflect. If I'm helping you, if I'm talking to you, or in any agreement with you, it should be felt through my expressions. An expression means my body language, my words, my actions, my behavior. It should not change. And that is the same with the heart. If I am a true friend of my heart, it should reflect through my nature, my behavior. I should follow my heart. I should believe in my heart. I should thankful to my heart. I should be grateful to my heart, respectful to my heart. And if you will do this in any relationship, it's not being towards you only with your heart. In any relationship, you follow these things, your relationship will be better every day.
Okay, and because now we're out of time, but I would like to, I'm going to put this in the video as well, but your website again is heartthehealer.com. People can visit you there, and because you do work with people overseas, that's not an issue.
Yeah,
you've already done that.
16 countries people.
How many? How many?
16 countries. 16 countries.
Wow. Yeah, so you already do that successfully, and you've worked with me and my friends, so yeah, I know that. Well, again, Dr. Sharma, thank you so much. You've provided really a lot of wonderful things, but working with you one-on-one, you're of course you're very specific, and I found that there are things and patterns that sometimes are like, I don't know, hundreds, maybe even longer, thousands of years old, that when working with somebody, they can recognize them and they can help us get past them. So I really appreciate your time here. I know you're in India right now and it's almost time to go to sleep, so I know we're just starting our day. Thank you, and I hope that that you can come join us on the show again and share more of your wonderful information.
Thank you, Viam. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.